There has been this back and forth argument between Nigerians. Most times they ask what is the reason why is Nigeria the way they are. Do you think it has something to do with educational qualification? I have this particular guy living in Ghana. His name is JP. He was able to school a lot of Nigerians on the importance of education, and most importantly, he compared Nigerian president versus Ghana president and their qualifications. I'm going to show you guys the videos, and of course more videos made by Chimdi. There we are actually trying to educate Nigerians, because the reason why we are where we are, which is not nice, is because most times we prioritize wealth over standard of education. Should I say standard quality education, if that makes sense? Let's watch these videos.
Okay, guys, today we are comparing Ghana president and Nigerian president. Let us check their qualifications and know who is actually qualified to lead a country. Let us dive in. We are starting with the Ghana president. The Ghana president, his name is His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama went to Achimota School for his primary education, and in his secondary education he went to Tamale. After that, he went to his university education at the University of Ghana, Legon. He received a bachelor degree in history in 1981 from the University of Ghana, Legon. After that, he taught tertiary students, like secondary school students, after graduating from University of Legon. Then after that, he pursued a postgraduate program in Moscow. Moscow is in Russia. That's where he pursued his postgraduate certificate. And after getting the certificate, he came back to Ghana. After Mahama returned to Ghana, he worked in Accra as the Information Culture and Research Officer in the Embassy of the Japan until 1995. He then worked at the Ghana Office of Plan International, a humanitarian and development organization, as the international relations, sponsorship, communication and grant manager. Mahama was also an MP, where he became the information minister. He also became vice president to the late Atamis. When Atamis died, he became the president, and he was re-elected. In 2017, he was overthrown by Nana Akufo-Addo, and till then, Nana Akufo-Addo actually ruled the country for 8 years before John Dramani Mahama won the election again, now in 2024. Now currently John Dramani Mahama is the current president, and Ghanaians are saying that they don't care if this man rules for forever because he's doing great. Let us go. Let us dive into the Nigerian president. The Nigerian president, his name is His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. He is the president of Nigeria. Let us look at his educational background. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did his primary and secondary school education in Lagos, Nigeria. After his secondary school education in Lagos, Nigeria, he actually went to the United States, where he gained an accounting degree, Bachelor in Science in Accounting, at the Chicago State University. Although there has been some controversies on this particular matter about his university and postgraduate educations, how he got his certificate and stuff like that. It is on the internet. Please, I am not saying it from my mouth. You can type it there. Google will tell you straightforward that there are controversies behind the Nigerian president's educational background. Then again, after that, Tinubu was actually the governor of Lagos State for 8 good years, and he also worked with the Senate. After serving Lagos State for 8 years as the governor, he is one of the pioneers that brought about APC into power, and also brought Buhari into power. After Buhari, he now said it was his turn, and that was how Tinubu became the president of Nigeria. But Nigerians are complaining so much about the president. Everybody is wishing that he was never the president. I don't know why. I don't know the reason. And Mahama, the age of the president of Ghana, he is 66 years old. While Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, is 73 years old.
And I'm happy to inform my father, the Nairi, that the Nalerico College of Nursing and Midwifery, by next month, you will start receiving payments.
What you just saw there was President Mahama making promises to the nurse trainees, right? Nursing students, right? And you could see that this man is a president that cares about his society, about his people. You know, let me introduce this first. If it's not for the Ghanaian president, and if it's not for South African President, whom South Africans fondly call Cupcake, you know, the man is doing so well that they gave him a bed name, Cupcake. Do you understand? If it's not for at least these two presidents, and of course Ibrahim Traore, we would never believe that black men can actually do something good when it comes to governance or presidency. Because, you see, as a Nigerian, over a period of time, owing to the situation we find ourselves, we begin to think that it's a normal thing for black people to be invested or to resonate in corruption. But His Excellency Dramani and His Excellency Ramaphosa, had come to show us, including Ibrahim Traore, that black men still have a measure of dignity, integrity, and honor. They have prestige. As I was intimated that the proposed month or the proposed time he gave for those payments to be made, he did it earlier. He did it 1 month earlier. That is a man. You see, Ghanaians had created a system that built a presidency that allows only men to become eligible to fill in that seat. But Nigerians, in our mentality, we allow only, like the presidency, the system we had built, created a presidency that only allows criminals to be eligible for such administration, for such, job schedule or such responsibility. Criminals. Down to our local administration, we built a wrong system. Look at these students, very happy. Congratulations to Ghanaians. Congratulations to you people.
Coming to abroad with work visa or working visa is better than building some of those houses we are building for Nigeria. Those houses we are building in villages, some of you will say I'm in the city. Many of the places that we are staying in Nigeria is still under village. Things that are supposed to make up a city is not even there.
I'm going for a walk right now, and this is the real dichotomy when it comes to housing in Lagos or housing in Nigeria. On one side, you'll see gigantic high-rise 10-story buildings, and then right next to it, you'll see shacks like this with just literally sitting on top of stagnant water, and I'm sure their bathroom is probably just dropping right into the water. But it's an interesting juxtaposition, when you just see poverty that people can have and then the wealth people can also have. It's interesting to see. Definitely to say, at least.
There is one thing I would like Nigerians to learn from this whole thing is the importance of education and the quality of education. There are so many videos already on social media where some group of Nigerians were, applauding Ghanaians for how intentional they are, especially when it comes to good standard of education. No wonder we have so many STEM schools that are free in Ghana, or STEM schools are free, right? We have technical schools. It's because they prioritize good quality education. And this is what Chimde is always the message he's trying to pass all the time on his page, on his medias, on his TikTok page, right? Especially when it comes to good quality education, right? So I'm going to put it out there that if only we Nigerians should be intentional about education, because and minimize lies, if that makes sense. I just don't know how our president is 70-something years. What is really happening? Is he a magician? Why are people always going forth for the money, not considering that there are so many? Let me say something. That's why we feel like age is a number. Age is also something that needs to be talked about. Because what do you expect from someone that is old, someone that is meant to retire? You cannot compare that energy with a younger person, a younger, healthier person, right? So I'm just here. I understand where even Ghanaians are coming from when they talked about the Igbo King building school in Ghana, and they felt like the Nigeria needs the school more because we need to work more on our qualities of education, right? But one thing I have to add there is, I kind of think that the reason why he decided to build that school and the reason why he was granted the permission to build the school is because of how Ghanaians prioritize education. Maybe if this guy happens to be a Ghanaian and he came back to Nigeria and wants to build school in Nigeria, I don't think that will be granted. I don't think they will be excited. Just the way Ghanaians are. Because I noticed that the children were dancing. He even had meetings with the president of Ghana. And I believe that he gave the consent, right? Because if he was not given the consent, there's no way he would go ahead to build the school. But for me, I don't think there's anything wrong with that school. Even though I know that Ghanaians will frown at this message. But because I kind of feel like, to be very honest, he's giving back to the society. I understand the other things he wants. Getting palace in Ghana. Doing too much. Probably asking for a lot of land so that he can dwell, building is the Igbo habitant in Ghana. I don't know whether that thing is true or not, but the school aspect is not wrong, because on the long run he's going to empower those children, and there's no way he would travel back if he decides to leave Ghana today, maybe to any other country or even coming back to Nigeria. There's no way he will come back to Nigeria with his school. There's no way he will demolish that school. So on the long run, it's still a plus. But I would like to know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about the videos made by Chimdi? Of course, the everything. I had to cut short the speech made by President Mahama because I feel like it's already out there. Yeah, the stuff has been granted, so that I don't bore you guys with lots of lengthy videos. But let me know what you think about Chimdi. Let me also know what you think about the video JP made. And of course, the other video, the guy said that it's better you find a way to go to the abroad than building houses in Nigeria, because on the long run, if you build houses in Nigeria, there might most likely be villages, whereas you think you're building houses in city. And then another video was made by the last guy that relocated all the way from America to Nigeria, and he said that he has never seen places that has both rural and urban areas. Let me know what you think generally about the video. If this is the first time coming across my face, my name is Uju. You're highly welcome to Uncut with Uju. Don't make your last by subscribing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.